News 4, home of forewarned weather, rated Middle Tennessee's most accurate forecast.
So while they are still dealing with what's left of Hurricane Harvey, we all have eyes now on Hurricane Irma and what's headed our way.
Which could be the second major hurricane to make landfall. If you're wondering the last time 2 Category 4 or higher storms made landfall in the United States, never. In recorded history, it hasn't happened. So we hope it still doesn't happen. There's still time for Irma to weaken, do something unexpected. But right now, it doesn't look good for South Florida. Let's take a look at the latest on Irma. Here's where it is. Swirling away, that island that's underneath most of the cloud cover of Irma is the island of Hispaniola. So it's the Dominican Republic and Haiti are the nations that split that island. Now off to the northwest of Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico is getting out from underneath the cloud cover. Still a very well-defined eye. Look at that thing. You can just kind of see it wobbling around a little bit as the storm is in a continuous process of reorganizing itself. It's a beautiful perspective from space. The exact opposite of that, though, from ground level. So Hispaniola bearing the brunt of that right now. It's going to march through the Bahamas on its way to the northwest. The latest statistics, 175-mile-an-hour sustained winds. That's an EF4 tornado level of sustained winds, with gusts even higher than that, up to EF5 level if this was a tornado, but it's over a much bigger area than what a tornado would cover. Maintains Category 5 strength as it goes through the Bahamas, interacts with the northern coast of Cuba a little bit. That weakens it slightly, but still forecast to have 145-mile-an-hour sustained winds as it moves into the tip of South Florida right near Miami early Sunday morning. But notice the cone of uncertainty here. There's still a possibility, and fingers crossed, that it stays a little farther offshore. That wouldn't be good news for the other islands in the Bahamas here, but it's still possible it goes up the west coast of Florida as well. So the red line is where we think it's going to go. The cone of uncertainty is exactly that. As it follows that path up the east coast of Florida, it still maintains hurricane strength because a lot of the storm is still going to be over the warm ocean water, and that's the fuel for these tropical systems. Makes a second landfall near Savannah, Georgia, and then moves inland into the Carolinas and weakens to a tropical storm as it moves farther inland early next week. But still, notice the size of that cone of uncertainty at that point. It widens out as we look farther into the future, just because there's a lot that can happen between now and then. But that arc would carry the remnants of Irma towards the mid-state by Monday night into Tuesday, giving us an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms at that point. We'll worry about that next week. Again, a long way to go between now and then. Here's how Futurecast handles the very powerful Category 5 hurricane that it is right now. You can see that eye wobbling around there and continuing to move along that same path here. So this is what the radar and satellite are going to look like over the next couple of days. And you can see it getting closer and closer to Miami as we head through the day Saturday. Forecast to make landfall Sunday morning. Storm surge is going to be one of the main threats. Miami's had flooding problems recently, even on days when the wind has been relatively calm. Just a slightly higher sea level, thermal expansion of the ocean, all those physics things you don't care about. But storm surge is when the central pressure of the hurricane actually drags the ocean level up a little bit. Also, the wind basically just takes the top level of the ocean and pushes it on shore. A lot of Florida, most of Florida, is just very flat, so it does not have any natural barriers for that storm surge, and that's going to be a major threat, along with coastal erosion and, of course, the wind threat with those 145-mile-an-hour winds. We'll keep you posted on all the details of Irma as it gets closer and closer to landfall once again. Again, fingers crossed that it goes in a better direction. Around here, our weather could hardly go in a better direction. It's beautiful outside. As we look towards downtown Nashville, just some fair weather clouds in the horizon. We'll see partly cloudy skies for the rest of the day. Current temperatures, upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Not bad at all. 70 exactly in Nashville. Average high temperature is 86 degrees. We're not going to be close to that for the rest of the afternoon. You're still in the mid-60s in McMinnville, Crossville, Tullahoma, and Cookeville. Upper 60s to around 70 degrees in other locations. And only warming up another 3 or 4 degrees the rest of the afternoon. Downright autumnal. Get to use my favorite word, second day in a row. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Quite a bit lighter than they were yesterday. We cool off rapidly once again this evening. Temperatures dropping down into the mid-60s by 8 o'clock. Sunset just after 7 o'clock. Those daylight hours getting shorter and shorter as we get closer to the first day of fall, which is actually 2 weeks from tomorrow. It's actually Friday afternoon on the 22nd. Looking at the 7-day forecast, nice weather all the way through the weekend. Upper 70s for highs tomorrow, right around 80 degrees, both Saturday and Sunday. Just a weak little boundary sneaks through and drops us a degree or so on Sunday. I wouldn't worry about it. I think we're going to be dry during the day on Monday. Then the next chance of showers and thunderstorms moves in if the remnants of Hurricane Irma swing in the direction that we think they're going to move. That would give us that increased chance of showers and storms. But it's the back half of the 7-day forecast. We're not going to go crazy with those rain chances just yet. That would drop our temperatures quite a bit with a high of only 70 degrees on Tuesday and some lingering showers on Wednesday. But for the next several days, the weather looks beautiful. Get out and enjoy it. And we'll be on the radio as well to keep you updated as you're heading out and about. The iHeart radio stations, this is where our forecasts are throughout the day and throughout the weekend too.
Yeah, gorgeous here if you can enjoy.